Hello, this is Chief Warrant Officer Victor Pinion, U.S. Navy, retired, telling some of my sea stories of my naval career. This one, I titled the story, Kill. The reason I titled it this way is I'm an honest man, I'm a Christian, and I'm not a murderer. But I believe, because of this story, that you could kill somebody if you get angry enough, if you go temporarily insane or something. Well, this is about a time when I think I did. I was the catapult captain of the #1 catapult, a young first-class petty officer. And we had lots of labor-intensive machinery during that day, and part of this machinery was the bridle arrestor, Mark II model bridle arrestor, the Van Zelm, which was terribly unforgiving of error. You had to do everything exactly right. In addition to doing the way the book said, which we didn't have the book anyway. We didn't have a good technology library. We had the bridle arrestor operator who would set the pressures for each airplane launched to recover that bridle and retract it for the next airplane. In any case, he had to do his pre-operational inspection. Well, as the catapult captain, I knew to double check my crew's work before we shot the test no-loads for the catapult. Well, we had been at sea for weeks. And I had not had more than 4 hours of sleep a night for about a month. And I've been working like 20 hours a day, every day. And I am physically and mentally exhausted. I am so tired. And tonight, we're going to have about 10 or 12 hours off duty. Unheard of for us to have that much time off duty while we were at sea on the line of Vietnam. I'm looking forward to that rest. Oh, craving it like a starving person craves food. All we had to do is finish our pre-operational inspection and shoot the test no-loads. And I can go take a shower and hit my rack. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. So I did a quick walkthrough, but one thing I didn't check was the bridle arrestor man's final things on his pre-op check, which included venting any air out of hydraulic brake cylinders for that bridle arrestor. You would put steel wedges in cams to wedge valves open that those cams operated, and open the vent valves and vent it until all the air is vented out, and then close the vents, and then go remove the wedges. If you didn't do that, and you fired the catapult, it would destroy that machine. I mean, destroy it. The 400-foot long strap just kept on zinging out, and it would destroy the drum, and the cams would rotate around with those steel wedges in there and destroy the valves and twist the shaft in two and just destroy the machine. You're going to have to rebuild it from you got to tear it down and rebuild it from the frame up. Big job. And I was the go-to man in catapults for most maintenance jobs. And it would be my job to rebuild that machine. Okay, so I was in a hurry. I was looking forward to hitting my rack. So I jumped up on the flight deck in preparation for shooting a no-load. So I asked the young man, he was a red-headed young man, last name was Gibson. Now, I don't like telling the name of someone that made an error, but he did. And I know as a Christian I'm supposed to forgive people, but I still remember that vividly. I did go temporarily insane when I gave the signal to fire that catapult, and they fired it. But I asked him before I did that, did you close your vent valves? Did you remove your wedges? Oh, Pinion, man, come on, give me some break. Give me a little sense. You know, of course I did. Trust me a little bit. Okay. I gave the fire signal, and they fired that catapult, and that strap kept on zinging out, and I went insane. I'm sure I did. I went running over to the deck, and I kicked at his head. And he flipped his phone down. I jumped out, and he running down, and we're like, you let the air out of a balloon just going around, and I'm right on his tail chasing him. I'm sure that if I could have caught him, I would have killed him. There's no doubt in my mind. But fortunately, he was younger and faster and more nimble than me, and he outran me. And I finally calmed down. Now, the division officer, a lieutenant commander, his last name was Hoffner. He was one of these fire-breathing, ass-chewing types of leaders. He came to me, Pinion, this machine had better be up for the first launch tomorrow. Yes, sir. That means I'm going to get no sleep tonight. I'm going to have to rebuild this machine. I'm about the only one that has the ability to do that in the amount of time between now and the first launch tomorrow. I stood Gibson at attention by that machine, and I would put him at parade rest, and he better not blink an eye while I'm building that machine. If I needed a tool or a part, I would call his name. He was to snap to attention, and I'd tell him what I needed, and he'd better be running from now until he gets back with it. Well, it worked. He did. He was scared of me, and he'd better be. Well, the first launch the next day, we made it. Nobody congratulated me for rebuilding the machine. Nobody said anything, but it was ready, and we made the first launch. But bear in mind that no matter what your mindset, you can go temporarily insane and kill somebody. You can do it. I believe it. End of this story.